let's start with the next module, that is Linux backup and restore. Yes, we go with for backup and restore. So what holds into this module? Let's go further and talk about. So the next is we see what is a backup. Yeah, an operation or procedure that copies the data to an alternative location so it can be recovered if it is deleted or been corrupted. So as you know what a backup is, so if anything is corrupted or if anything gets deleted, we can recover from it. So any data, we copy it to another location or any alternative location. So backup copy is used when a primary copy is lost or corrupted. So that's what I said, that makes the sentence clear. This backup copy can be created as a simple copy or a mirrored copy. That is a simple copy or mirrored image. That is, there can be one or more copies for in a simple copy. And a mirrored copy is a copy which is always updated with whatever is written to the primary copy. So whatever you write in primary copy, it is mirrored. So in that, there will be a mirror copy. So it will be exactly and mirror images. But in simple copy, there are multiple copies of your primary copy. Like you go for different copies in that backup copy. So next is why backup is important. So yes, when there are, why backup is important, why there is a data recovery, when there are data crashes happening, when there are hardware failures, when data gets up like deleted, there are human factor errors like human errors, then application failures, security breaches comes over, there is a disaster happening. So there are regulatory requirements to be met. So this is why where backup comes into picture, because of the data hardware failures, data being deleted, or any human error that can cause your data not being not available. So here is when you go for a data backup or a recovery. In the case of disaster management, a data recovery plays a very important part. In security breaches also, backup and recovery is a most important part. So that's why backup is very important. There are different types of backups. So let's see what is a full backup. In the picture itself, there is a source data, there is first full backup, second full backup. So that is a backup repository for a full backup. It does not mean a backup of every file onto our system, but it generally means a backup of every file on our, that is, include list. So included list, that is, it means a backup of every file that is on our include list. So it's not meaning that every file on our system is backed up. So this is a full backup. The next is incremental backup. So incremental word itself says that it is a partial system backup where only those files are backed up that have been modified or created since the last backup. So in the source data, you can see on a Monday there is a full backup, but on Tuesday the backup will be incremented. Like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, the incremental backup copies only that data that has since changed the latest backup job. So Monday it is a full backup. You go for Tuesday. After that, whatever was there from Monday that was being modified, it will be on Tuesday. Then whatever was modified after that backup, last backup, it will be into a new copy. That is an incremental backup. So this is how the word itself tells us that what an incremental backup is. The next comes the tar utility. Tar stands for a tape archive. It creates a backup using tar, gzip, or bzip. It compresses the files. You know, whenever we go and look into our drive and folders, we can get a tar utility too. If you want a backup for that, then a tar stands for tape archive. It compresses files and directories into an archive. So it archives in most of the way. It supports in all Linux flavors. So every Linux OS has that. The same command is used for both. It is used for both to backup and to restore. So this is how tar utility plays. And the most common commands that tar uses is tar cfj, require tarball name to create a tar backup, and the file names. Then you want to append a new file into existing tar backup. Then tar rf, tarball name that you have given to your tar, then the name of the files to be added, and remove a tar file, or remove a file from your tar backup, that is a tar, hyphen delete space hyphen f. So for the file, name of that tarball and the name of the files. So from recovery, it's a tar xf. then tarball name and the optional file name. So this is how you create tar backup. You can append new files to that. You can remove that tar backup files. Then you can recover the file from the tar backup. So that's how these are the common commands. And then let's take a break over here. So this is about backup and restore that we seen into Linux. And I hope this is very clearly understandable. Yes, thank you, Unnati, for stating that it is you have gone through this and you have understood it. Yes. So let's take a break over here.